We'll live.
Well, thanks for joining us this week. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, as always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And
What are you doing?
playing mind games. Good evening, everybody.
Yes, hello, everybody. So
Who's in the house?
well,
Nicola, please.
there's Maple Tree Studios, Wayne the Woodturner, Wayne Bigfoot Woodcraft.
Hi, Dale. Hi, the
and
Waynes.
I assume Valerie.
Hi, Valerie.
Fred Taylor asking, is there a prize for being first, or is it just a longer wait? Yeah, it's just a longer wait.
Yeah,
and he's asking, is there a solicitor in the house? Wayne Bigfoot says, hi, Chris, Nicola, and the gaffer Bamba. Bamba's down here.
He is here somewhere.
Yeah, always heard his name.
Hiya, Bamba.
Who else have we got? Debbie Beardall.
Hi, Debbie.
Tommy Dunn.
Hi, Tommy.
Leona Faye.
Hi, Leona.
So, Christopher.
What should we talk about?
I had my hair cut.
Yeah, I cut your hair, didn't I?
Yeah.
When was that? Friday morning.
No.
What day is it today? Monday?
Monday. Was it Saturday?
Saturday morning.
I think it was Saturday. Yeah. Yeah. So Chris did a number 8 on my hair.
Yeah, just number 8 all over and gently feathered in her fringe so she didn't have a.
Yeah. It looks really good.
You can't really go wrong with them clippers, really.
No. Got Christine and Michael Hesseltine. Hi.
Good evening,
both of you. So, what have you been doing this week?
Faffing about in the workshop.
What have you made?
What have I made this week? Oh, since we last spoke, have I done the other long stem goblet?
Not sure. Can't remember when you did that.
Can't be 2 weeks ago, surely not. That must have been last week.
Maybe it was. Was it after Monday?
Yeah, I've done the other long-stemmed goblet, but done it in 3 pieces that I've called Trinity. So it was ash, then ebonized oak, and then the foot was elm. So 3 traditional British hardwoods. So that's why I called it Trinity. So that was a lot of fun. Got the tool rest stop ends collars. So I've had another mess with them today. Thoroughly loving it. How I can just with careless abandon just go along that tool rest now and just go clink on one end and clink on the other, and I know that I'm not going to hit the jaw. So yeah, I did a magic wand project today for TikTok, really, but I've shared it to Instagram. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with TikTok as well. Well, I spent a day TikTok training, didn't I? So Nicola taught me the basics because you've done a few TikTok things.
Not like you're doing though. You've really got into it.
Well, I spent a full day jumping in and out of TikTok tutorials on YouTube, and then remembering what I just heard, and then trying to implement it. And also John Furness, the blind woodsman in America, him and his wife Annie, who are good friends of ours. He's very prolific on TikTok. So he's sort of like given me the impetus to, do some talking or ticking. But it's a lot of fun, and there's a lot of options on it, and it is a lot of fun. And obviously what I am doing is, though, there's lots and lots of people on there with disabilities.
Yeah.
And sharing their experiences, and lots of teenage kids all around the world with disabilities, and it's a good way for them to express themselves. So I've been liking every person that I come across with a disability, cerebral palsy, Down syndrome, blindness, autism, learning disabilities, brain injuries, whatever, giving them a like. So I'm concentrating on giving as many disabled people as I can a follow and a like as they come across. So yeah, that's been good fun.
Let me just catch up with who else has joined us. So we've got Christine and Michael, We've got Blue Light Turner.
Hi, Scott.
We've got Nathan.
Hi, Nathan.
Steve Ellis.
Hi, Steve.
Mike Atkinson.
All right, bro.
Leona Faye. Real Simple Things.
Hi, Baz. You said Leona.
Did I say Leona?
I think you did, yeah.
Oh, Leona said she's addicted to TikTok too.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, I don't want to be derogatory. There's a lot of things on there, because you scroll through, don't you? There's a lot of things on there that aren't my bag, and that's without being nasty to anyone. There's a lot of things on there that I go, that's not for me, that's not for me. And then I'll scroll through 20 items, and then I'll listen to something and go, that was genuinely hilarious.
Some of it is good. I've just tried to follow a few people so that you've got the two options. You've got the people that you follow and then the people that are just posting stuff. And I try to avoid the people just posting stuff, because a lot of that is kind of, oh, we've just discovered this door in our house. We've lived here 20 years and we didn't know it was there. I wonder what's behind it. And then you never find out. And it's just all sort of hype, really. So I've got a few people that I'm following. It's working better.
And I think there are some people on there that are saying, oh, this is a place for, the younger generation and for kids. And then you'll come across some middle-aged person and saying, this isn't any longer, this isn't for teenage girls dancing in the room anymore. It's for cars. And then you'll hear this Ferrari fire up, or, it's for middle-aged men with beer guts. And so,
well, I think they're trying to change TikTok from being just sort of a teenage or 20s kind of thing, because some of the people that I follow on Instagram, they've been doing sort of paid promotions for TikTok, trying to drive some traffic to it. So I think, and then you've had Gordon Ramsay's been doing stuff, and
there's Anthony Hopkins. There's lots of big names doing it,
sort of,
and basically, it's not to generate revenue or anything. You can't monetize it. You only get a minute to do a video, but you can use it to great effect as a.
It's just about having fun
as
with it.
As an expressive platform to make it more fun.
Yeah.
And what I am really loving about it is the fact that I can do these. I can put some background music on myself. Because I wasn't understanding that, and you talked me through it, didn't you? And then my first attempt with the two goblets, I had the volume.
It's like
the music was like la 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 la. I'm trying to. So yeah,
you're like whispering.
Yeah, so Nicola had to train me up on adding sound and a voiceover.
Yeah.
So after Nicola trained me up how to do that, I've just again put in the hours with it, and yeah, it is fun, but it's another creative outlet. It's another way for people to express themselves. It is going to be a love or hate thing for a lot of people.
But I was on it. I was on it a while ago, and then I just couldn't find anybody that I knew on it, and it wasn't really any fun, so I deleted it. And then a few people that I know on Instagram have been going on to TikTok, so that was when I went back on it. David McClernand says that his daughter loves TikTok. Chris and Nicola, did you get my Turner's Retreat tag on Facebook, as they had put a demo pic of the stencils Chris uses? Just thought probably an idea. I've not seen it. Something has just popped up. It's only just come up now. So
who's that?
Debbie.
Let me just listen to my phone. Oh, this is
real time. Let's do this in real time.
Let me turn my phone up so I can hear it.
Signaboat started a live video. One more notification. Instagram. Group.
I log in as myself most of the time, so I just have to
YouTube.
Log in as Chris.
Ago, turning and decorating effect. Instagram. Grouped. 28 minutes ago. Day_Woodtanner.
So it says, have you tried any new creative techniques during lockdown? We've been experimenting with Nick Hagar's stencils, and they're so much fun. Could easily get carried away adding leaves and tiny insects to everything. That looks nice. They've sort of done a bowl with a triangular spray effect on it and leaves, and then a strip along the bottom.
Yeah.
Chris Fisher, just some ideas. Probably Nicola can explain better than I can on here. Yeah, that's cool. That it's sort of. Well, I'll describe it to you properly later, but it's like a pizza slice going across the bowl. And then they've got 2 leaves on the right and a bit of a sort of branch bit. And then at the bottom, it's a straight line.
Right, okay.
And then underneath, they've kind of got a mountain range effect and sort of a leafy sky.
Well, on the edge of the infill, they're cut out as well. So you can use the edge.
Right.
And it's a popular technique from airbrushers and car painters. And, you know, from my painting and spraying days, you know, I know a lot of great ways to get great effects. I will spend more time with them.
Yeah.
But I'm currently out of bowl blanks.
Oh.
So.
Bit late telling me that now.
Yes.
But thanks, Debbie, for that. We'll have a proper look at that, and I'll describe it to Chris properly.
Does anybody know? I was gonna get in touch with someone today. In fact, I'll do it now. Just while it's live, so bear with me. Tell Phil Lewis. Hi, Phil! ! Are the Axminster stores open again? ?
Your message to Phil Lewis says, "Hi, Phil. Are the Axminster stores open again? Ready to send it?"
Send.
So,
okay, it's sent.
Wayne Bigfoot says he visited Turner's Retreat last Friday, spent too much. Debbie says you did a great job, Nicola. Yes, a lot of practice.
Yeah. Nicola spends a lot of a life describing things to me.
You kind of get used to it, and it becomes a bit of an automatic thing. So we've been watching The Walking Dead, haven't we? And there's quite a bit at the moment where there's a lot of flashbacks going on. There's no dialogue. There's not really much sound. So I've been trying to describe that. Otherwise, you just sat there and there's big gaps.
I know. And there's no audio description for it.
But it was funny. I went to see a film with my friend. I can't remember what we went to see. I don't know if we went to see Downton Abbey or something.
Right.
And I was sat there watching it, and I was just about to start describing it when I realised that she could actually see. It was just a sort of natural thing. I was going to go, oh, right, so he's just done this. And then I thought, no, I don't need to. It was funny.
Yeah, well, that's it. You start like doing
you just get used to it, don't you? Yeah. And I don't do it like what was that woman called at the theatre that does the audio description?
Oh,
Anne. Yeah, there's a lady that has done audio description for Chris when we've gone to the theatre locally, and she's really good. But obviously, she'll have seen the play and she'll have prepped the audio description. She writes a script. But doing it sort of ad hoc it's quite difficult sometimes. You got to be on your game,
and also you've got to not speak whilst the actors and the characters are speaking, because I'm like, well, I want to listen to what they're saying, and you're describing the colour of a car that drove past 3 minutes ago. I know you don't do that. This is what can happen. So you've got to be you only speak when there is no actor dialogue.
And when they do the audio description, they sort of pick and choose what they tell you. Because sometimes things will happen and they don't say it, but they're having to be selective about what they can actually tell you.
1943.
Steve Ellis says he's got an email saying the Warrington store is open.
No, hold on, here's a message.
Now, Phil Lewis, Axminster, Sittingbourne and Warrington open tomorrow with the following hours: Tuesday, Friday 8:05, Sat 9, 2:30. All other stores open soon. One more message. Button.
So I'll be going to get a couple of bowl blanks on Saturday. It's open 9 till 2:30. A couple are open. So obviously, Axminster.
Grouped. Now, Phil
Sittingbourne
Lewis, Axminster,
and Warrington.
Sittingbourne and Warrington open tomorrow with the
Fred Taylor said Sittingbourne open Tuesday to Friday 9 to 5, Saturday 9 till 2.
Well, Phil Lewis, he's the former store manager of Warrington, and now he's the store manager of the Devon shop, Axminster. So I shall just reply to him.
Okay.
Tell Phil Lewis, thank you very much, Phil! Exclamation mark. I am frothing at the mouth now! Exclamation mark. Hope you and the missus are okay.
So Wayne Bigfoot said, audio description for Walking Dead. Go, quick, go.
Hey, I am so grateful you're not doing it, Wayne. Holy moly.
Mark, the gentleman Wood Turner's just arrived.
Hi, Mark.
Good evening. Debbie said that it's very rude of Wayne to rub it in because she's still shielding, so she's just internet shopping. Wayne said it was very, very difficult for Valerie. She has not seen anyone since the end of February. She was dressed like an extra from CSI, only needed shoe covers.
Whoa.
Protective clothing and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Leona says she's got an Axminster delivery due tomorrow.
Oh, very swish.
Yeah.
What is it, Leona, or is it a secret? Can you tell us? Take pity on the blind here. I can't see the photographs you post about it. So can I have a sneaky insight?
Well, if we're going to Axminster, then hopefully Costa or somewhere will be open by then.
Well,
and
at least
I
a
can
drive-through.
get a drive-through.
Well, they should be doing drive-throughs.
Yeah. As long as there's not a queue. If there's a queue, you can forget it. I'm not
No.
queuing. But yeah, that's my top of my wish list at the moment.
You want some proper coffee, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, you sound like nice coffee in the house.
1946. 12 notifications. Messages. Grouped. Now. Phil Lewis. We good mate, just looking forward to being back at work. 2 more messages. Button.
So Phil Lewis is and
Actions available.
his fiance, Kirky Lou,
Yeah.
as she comes up. She works for Axminster as well, but in the HQ.
Yeah.
So Phil's obviously chomping at the bit to get back at it because he's very. I mean, those of you that know Phil Lewis, he's just not quiet or stood still for a minute, is he? Very. You sound like hyperactive. But yeah. Oh well, that's good.
So she's got a new smock and some project kits and new chuck jaws.
Cool. Short sleeve smock because it's very clammy and humid at the moment.
Well, Leona was talking about the short sleeve
sleeves.
one the other week.
Yeah, it is a very good smock, that Evolution one. It's got that sort of like stretchy cotton neck. That's really, that's nice and comfortable, especially, if you like fastening your collar all the way up, even in hot weather like I do, because it's irritating. It sort of like affects my mental mojo if I'm getting shavings going down my neck. But yeah, they're very good, those Evolution smocks.
Debbie says she's waiting on an Axminster delivery, only bits and bobs, kits mostly.
Well, it's the little things in life, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It is the little things in life, like a Costa coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get a lovely latte, a proper latte, fresh brewed.
I know.
Yeah, you've waited a long time.
I know. Then the next best thing will be actually finding a cafe that I can go and sit in.
And write.
Yeah.
And think and drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be a good t-shirt for you. Write, think and drink coffee.
Yeah. Well, I've got my badge. That was on my birthday card. Bring me
you
coffee,
are a
please.
coffee aficionado.
I like this because it's got that matte kind of effect and it's very pastel colours.
Okay.
So that's in my paperclip pot.
Very cool.
David McClernand's waiting on a new scroll saw. Leona's said yes, short sleeve one. She wanted it, the Evolution Air Mask, but they're out of stock. Oh, that's just jumped up.
Right.
Nathan says we've just got some more bowl blanks and we are going to Wilmslow Artisan Market to sell some stuff. Oh, cool.
Well, best of luck, Nathan. I
Yeah.
hope you sell out completely, but don't spend all your money when you're at these fairs.
On sweets.
Yes, on sweets. But yeah, we're notorious for that, aren't we? You know, we've only done a couple of craft fairs because we got a bit disillusioned with them. But yeah, we'd make a couple of £100,
Well,
and then
they're doing an artisan one. That's
Yeah.
going, and Wilmslow's a good place to be going.
yeah.
But yeah, we've sort of sold stuff and then we've bought stuff and we've probably spent more than what we've made.
Well, no, but we come on with very little profit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't fall into that trap, anybody. But I'm sure you do. It's hard not to, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you
Well, you
feel
see
nice
stuff,
things.
don't you?
Yeah.
And, especially if it's like makers and you see things that you think are nice and
And you're supporting them
Yeah.
as well. So, yeah, shouldn't feel too bad about it.
yeah.
I mean, you didn't have that money when you walked through the door in the morning. So I suppose it's a bit of disposable income.
Yeah. Mark says he needs to sell some pieces so he can buy some more kits.
Yeah, this is it. It's that, you know, a lot of wood turners, you know, use the money that they make from their hobby.
To buy more kits.
Yeah, so it's sort of like self-perpetuating,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
That's cool. And yeah, I've thought of another use for the tool rest stop ends. So I know that, you know, you can get, I know Phil Irons, he has sort of like the gate, which is, he's described it to me, which is like a fork and you'll put your hollowing tool in it, although that one swings the gate. And then if you deep hollowing, you can use it and it'll keep it secure. But I know Nick Agar, he's got a robust lathe, so he's got an attachment. So it's I think it's a rod on the end of his tool rest. So if he's deep hollowing, he can put the shaft of the tool against that for just a bit of stability. Now, I don't know if it would work because I've not done deep hollowing, but I don't know what it'd be like if you got the two tool rest stop ends, put them on the same side of the tool rest and had a gap. Are my fingers in frame here?
Yeah.
So you had a gap enough to put your hollowing tool through and to swing, and it would, you can lean on it, and especially if it's a big piece, and you know, you sometimes you know you need to have a good firm grip when you're hollowing, and you know it can be fighting and kicking. So that's another idea. It's a nice and I will give it a go actually, but obviously on something not too deep, because I've not got anything yo big, but I will do that, and I'll yeah, I think that'd work well and give you that bit of support, a bit of a fence. I know Nick Agar does it with his robust lathe, but you know they're the Rolls Royce of lathes, so it probably has an attachment or a doodad to go on one of the tool rests. But yeah, so that's another use I've thought of, having it as a bit of a, what's the word? You know, a bit of a fence, and then you could put two on, and then it'd be their support if you're wrestling a big hollow form. So there you go. That's what else I thought you'd be good for.
Nathan says they do get carried away with buying woodwork and food.
Yeah, it's
Well, if it's an artisan market, they've probably got some really nice food as well.
yeah, you can't go wrong with the nice roast beef or pork baguette
Yeah.
with stuffing.
Well, they've probably got
That's lovely,
somewhere
that
like
sort of stuff.
Wilmslow. They'll have lots of nice sort of vegan and
Oh,
vegetarian.
Wilmslow, it'll be
and-
grouse and venison on a baguette, or you know, a petit pan. You know, it'll all sound quite posh. Oh yes, a venison panini in Wilmslow. Yeah, or pheasant. Can I have a pheasant panini, please? And a glass of Pimm's, or Magnum of Bollinger. Oh dear, I'm beginning to slip into madness again. Can you hear it coming? It's becoming a weekly thing. This
What
now.
do you mean, slip into it?
Well, yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you what happened today. I went to the supermarket this morning to do the weekly shop because I've started doing it on a Monday.
Is this the blueberry debacle?
Yeah.
Go on.
So I get back and had 2 bags, and you were unpacking one, and then all these blueberries ended up on the floor. So
I go into panic mode because
Bamber.
Bamber can't eat berries and things like that. So I sort of like.
So you shut the kitchen door to shut him out,
Yeah,
and we
carry on
picked
now.
them all up, threw those away, and then looked in the bag, and that was awash with blueberries as well.
Mhm.
So we rescued those, put them in the fridge,
Yeah.
and then the next thing, there's more blueberries on the floor.
Yeah, as I was putting the blueberries in the fridge, another punnet of almost empty, but it still probably had about 40 blueberries in. I knocked that out of the fridge, and that went all over the floor. So I panicked again, shut the door, and then Nicola says, "What you shut the door for, you daft sod? Bamber's in here with us." Hey,
I didn't say so.
I know you didn't. I paraphrased. You said, "What are you doing that for? Bamber's in here with us." But this is what blindness is like. So I'm shutting the door to keep Bamber away from the berries, and he's there right next to me.
So pick those up again.
Yeah, they went in the bin. And the ones that had been captured in the shopping bag, I washed and rinsed through a colander. So we didn't lose many.
No. But it was just funny that you managed to do it twice in the space of a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I'm a professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you've not, to be fair, you've not really dropped anything for a while, have you?
Not that you know of.
Touch wood. What do you mean?
Well, I've knocked my cup over a few times in the workshop lately.
Yeah. But you've not done anything. Like the milk bottle was the best one.
I threw a load of sweet corn over the hob the other day because I told you I was trying to pick it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, no, it happens quite a few times a week, and sometimes I just don't mention it, or a couple of times I'll get rumbled by Nicola, like she's there when I do it. Sometimes I don't mention it, but I'm knocking stuff over all the time. You've not seen the workshop floor. I've not told you about that one.
Well, what have you done in there?
I sent my chestnut black spirit stain and knocked that over.
Oh, did you? What, today?
No, about a week ago. Have you not noticed how the carpets had moved? So I've hidden it.
You've hidden it?
Because, and what I'll have to do is paint that part of the floor now before we move. Yeah, so there's about, I'd say I don't know how much. I'd probably say there's a couple of egg cupfuls worth of black stain, and it fell off my workbench onto the floor. So I think it went over the blast area was quite good.
I like how you didn't tell me.
I was afraid to.
Why?
Oh, just, I know it happened, and I was in the middle of a project, and I thought, oh Christ, yeah. So I let it dry, and then I put some mats over it to hide it, because you'd have seen that, and you'd have gone, oh Chris, what a shame. What would you have said?
I don't know.
What are you thinking now that you know?
I just can't believe you didn't mention it.
Well,
it's just a bit trying to hide it underneath the relocated mats.
I didn't want to bother you with the kerfuffle. We'd have got to the checkout somewhere, and you'd said, "What you bought some floor paint for? Workshop floor paint?" Well, you see, it was this one thing I was meaning to tell you about 8 weeks ago. Yeah, so I do things. The point of the story is I knock stuff and break stuff a lot. I don't report it because it's of no consequence. Or you're busy, or you're up here.
Don't report it. What am I now?
So, well, you're in charge. Everybody knows this.
Report it.
Am I right or am I right? The woman's in charge,
Yeah.
And there might be some gung ho blokes listening to this, and I was like, "No woman's in bloody charge, mate. You're lying." If you're married, you know who the management is.
Wayne Bigfoot says, at least it wasn't red spirit stain, or the police would be digging the floor up when the new owners see it.
Yeah.
Leona says, lol, there's going to be a domestic. We don't do domestics, do we?
We would not. We really don't waste our energy and time on it if it can't be helped. And if we do get miffed with each other, it's generally half an hour of silence and me walking around with my bottom lip like that, isn't there? And then
Well, when does that happen?
very rare. I mean, it's probably we fell out since we met 3 or 4 times, and like I say, it's just before you know it's but it's not shouting rants or slamming doors or smashing things. It's nothing like that. It's just I used to hate hearing my mum and dad shout when we were kids and argue, and it used to freak me out, so I just don't like it. So no, we just do the silent thing, don't we, for half an hour while contemplating.
Well, I mean, I don't do confrontation.
No.
No. So let's see what people are saying. Any more news on the move? Not really. Still pretty much as it was. Progressing legally, but that's about it. Scott said Nicola the knockdown police. Debbie, it's like when we were kids. Nicola, he makes you sound like a right ogre.
No, she's not. She's not. It's just that I know who the boss is. That's all it is. I know who's. In fact, I'm allowed to be in charge for 2 minutes a week. We've said this.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll say something, and Nicola go, "Hey, yeah, you've had your 2 minutes." Overstepping me mark.
Nathan says, "Gosh, Chris, I am laughing my head off." Wayne says, "Nicola just pulls faces at you, I bet."
Yeah.
Nick says, "A domestic live. I thought I was watching my own live then."
Yeah. Oh, funny. No, we genuinely don't argue. And I know people say, "Oh, it's good to have an argument every now and then and clear the air," but we have nothing to clear the air.
Well, we talk all the time, don't we?
Yeah, we do. We talk all the time. Yeah, and we're always discussing and talking about everything. We just talk all the time. So, whatever's on our mind. And, if I'm feeling a bit, I don't know, pensive about something, Nicola will say, "Are you all right, Chris? You're a bit quiet today," and things like that. I say, "No, I'm fine. I'm just tired," or thinking about, this, what's coming up in a couple of days. So I start going through the mental process of analysing and getting the mental imagery going and things like that. So that's all to do, I suppose, with the condition and things. I just go a bit quiet, don't I? And you pick up on that and say, "You all right?" So.
David McClellan says, "My missus spilt a full thing of black spirit stain over the bench the other day."
Oh, that's a mess.
Wayne Bigfoot, "We don't argue. Valerie doesn't allow me."
There you go. See, you know the score, don't you, Wayne?
Leona says, "I need to find a man who understands that." I think that's the bit about women being in charge.
Yeah, I mean, it's evident, isn't it?
Yeah. Fred says, "We do understand, Leona. It's just we don't admit it." We've owned a right can of worms here.
Well, this is people are sharing their thoughts and their feelings with us. Yeah. This is what being at home with the fishes is all about.
Yeah, Wayne Bigfoot says they're all taken, Leona. Sorry.
Yeah.
Mark says, "That's the thing I miss most about being in a relationship, just chatting with someone about anything." Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we do, don't we?
We'll have deep, meaningful conversations, and we can have quite academic and philosophical conversations, and then we also have the conversations where we're ranting. We have not at each other about.
We rant, don't we? Talk about topics.
Yeah, we rant. We love a good rant, don't we?
Yeah.
About all sorts of things that are going on. We love a good rant.
Leona says, "I honestly don't miss a single thing about being in a relationship." Well, I used to say that. How old was I when I met you? I was 51 when I met you. And I was very happily single. I really didn't think, I wasn't bothered about being in a relationship, wasn't bothered about meeting anybody. As far as I was concerned, that was it really. I was single for good.
Yeah.
And then Look what happened.
Yeah. Cue the spooky music. Dun, dun, dun. But there's also that saying, it's better to be on your own and happy than with someone and be miserable.
Yeah. Oh, I totally subscribe to that.
Yeah, definitely.
Wayne Bigfoot says divorce with the Fishers. I don't think he's got the memo, has he?
No. Are you listening to us, Wayne? I mean, flipping heck, if you think we're having a row now, I mean, this is as violent as we get, really. I mean, you could go behind some doors in this country and there's pots and pans getting hurled and people having to sleep in the car and flipping heck.
Mercy Island Wood Turner says, I wear the trousers in my house. The wife just tells me what wants.
Yeah.
David McClernand says, had to sand all the benches and 6 coats of paint, can still see it on the walls.
That was a proper Krakatoa, that was.
Mark says, I'm glad I'm not in that relationship anymore, but I hate being single. After 15 years of misery, I'm most definitely happy being single forever. That's Leona.
Right.
But you never know what life has in store. I mean, honestly, I was completely happy being single.
You had your own house.
Yeah, I had my own house and
at work and
just I liked my life and I was perfectly happy. But I think you just don't know what's around the corner, do you? And you know, I was what do you call it?
Spinster.
No, just like I don't know. Anyway, I was just that was how I saw myself, single and very happy with it. But yeah, you just don't know. And I think I had to kiss quite a few frogs before I met you.
You've just opened the floodgates there. I bet they're gonna jump on that, pun intended. Oh, I had to kiss a few frogs before I met King Toad. Jesus. Go on, let's have it. Come on. I bet they're frothing at the mouth. Oh, I had to kiss a few toads before I got this Mancunian knacker. Honestly. What did we say about we don't row?
Don't row. My face is red.
We get lumped into some bloody stuff, us blindos, I tell you. Ribbit. Ribbit.
Oh dear.
Well, you see, actually, you've given us. We love comedy, don't we?
Yeah.
We love comedy moments. So for the rest of the night now, when Nicola speaks to me, I'm going to go ribbit. Ribbit.
Scott says, we don't argue in our house. I just come out to the workshop and wait for everyone to go to sleep before I go back in.
Yeah. Don't blame you. That's funny.
Being with my wife 29 years and married for 25 wouldn't change a thing. That's Mercy Island Wood Turn. I think that's Kai, isn't it? I'm always sort of scared of saying the wrong name, but I think that's Kai. Nick says he dropped purple stain. It's taken about a week to disappear. Leona says crying, laughing here. Wayne the Wood Turner, 37 years together, 36 married come October.
Wow.
Wayne Bigfoot, we've been happily married for over 37 years. Still just as happy now. Oh, that's nice. Debbie, lol, you make my night on here. Mercy Island says, yeah, I'm Kai. I'd rather get it right, say Mercy Island, than get it wrong and call you something wrong.
You're like a frog.
I didn't say you were a frog.
I know you didn't. Ribbit.
It's a compliment. You know the story, don't you?
Yes. I do know the story. Yeah, I've listened to Shrek. John Cleese ended up going back to a bloody frog.
John Cleese? What's John Cleese got to do with it?
He was the king, Fiona's dad, wasn't he?
Was he?
Yeah, I think he did the voice.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. he ended up going back to being a bloody frog.
All right.
Wonder if I can turn a lily pad.
Leona says, "Who needs a man when you got the fishes?"
Well, there you go. Yeah. With a complete package.
Oh God, yeah.
We've got an academic and Nicola. Ribbit.
Leona says she's got the frogs chorus in her head now.
Bum, bum, bum.
Kai
baya,
says fish
bum,
called
bum,
Wanda.
bum, baya.
Anyway, let's talk about something else now.
Go on then. Have you got anything in mind?
No.
We went and took Bamber for a lovely walk yesterday. It had forecast rain,
Yeah.
but it didn't.
Has he gone?
He's probably got in bed. His bed's upstairs here on the landing. So he's probably snuck into his bed. So yeah, we took him for a lovely walk along the old disused, what's called the loop line. So we got on the loop line. We drove to a place called Monton, which is part of Eccles, where I was born and raised. All hail Morrissey for that saying. So yeah, we got on the loop line, and you can walk all the way along towards Worsley, and then you could carry on then further along to Ellenbrook, and then take you further in towards Tilsley. But yeah, there was lots and lots of walkers out there and cyclists yesterday. I took a couple of photographs.
There weren't that many walkers. I didn't see any walkers.
Is there a joke coming? Zombies or packets of crisps? So no, there's people out having a stroll.
No. I'm just doing Walking Dead.
Walking Dead. There's plenty of people out walking.
Yeah.
They were alive
Yeah.
with their dogs.
I saw 3 horses as well. I went to say hello to some horses. It was quite good though, because it was cool down there, because it was shaded in with the trees.
Yeah, well, it's covered by trees. It's almost like a tree-lined avenue, isn't it? So you're walking along what was the railway line, and then we had a rest, our first rest at one of the old disused stations, and you still got the platforms there, and that's where I took the photographs from. And then we carried on for another quarter of a mile, didn't we? And sat down again. Bamber had a drink of water, and we had a chat, and lots of people were saying, "Oh, that German Shepherd's a guide dog," and "Oh, look at that, it's a guide dog." And there's loads of dogs sort of like milling around and having fun. And this one boy said, "Whoa, 9 dogs and a guide dog." So it's funny. But that was a nice morning. And then while we were out, you called in a Tesco Express, didn't you? And we got some sandwiches and a bottle of pop. And
I had a nice coffee with chocolate with what do they call that one? I can't remember what
is
you
it
call
mocha?
Yeah, mocha. I got an iced mocha. That was really good actually.
Yeah, so it was a good morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what we did yesterday morning.
Nick says, "I was thinking zombies holding a packet of crisps, smoky bacon flavoured."
Yeah, smoky bacon, they're good. Yeah, I like smoky bacon. Very good.
So,
have you got any news, Nicola?
I'm not really. I'm just trying to think what I've done this week. Just the usual, really. I was listening back to one of the podcasts that I talked about last week, Mark Matusek, and it was, I'm not listening back to it properly.
Equite.
What is that? Thunder?
I think we can hear distant rumbles of thunder.
Right.
Well,
yeah. Anyway, I was listening back to the podcast, and I've not listened to it all the way through. I was just skipping through because it's a video at the minute. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it. It was good. So I shall edit that later this week.
Yeah, you enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was really good.
I was sat downstairs listening to TV, and you were up here because obviously there's a time difference of 5 hours between here and New
Yeah,
York.
it was 2 o'clock.
So
Well, when did I do it? Did I do it last Tuesday? Is it?
yeah, you went up at 7. So
I probably mentioned it last week, didn't I?
you will have done Mark Matusek. Yeah, because we said he's a well-known writer.
Yeah.
So I could hear in Nicola's voice that she was loving the interview. So there was that. And should we tell them about when it was the lightning the other night?
Yeah.
And then Charlie said, "It's lightning, Dad, but there's no thunder." And then you said, "Oh, it's lightning quite a lot." So we recorded a video. So Nicola did the voiceover. So it's hard to make out on the one I uploaded. But Nicola saw, you explain?
Well, I saw this dot that just appeared, and then it moved a bit to the right, and then it sort of disappeared and then came back, and then it moved a bit to the left, and then it disappeared.
Yeah.
Do.
Yeah. So I could have inadvertently filmed some phenomena.
Yeah. I'd like to think so.
Yes, and us being huge believers of life.
It did look, I mean, I've looked at other videos, and there are lots of videos with similar dots on them.
So you don't think it was a drone? We've asked the question. Do you think it was a drone?
I don't think it was a drone. I think it would have been
you said it was
too bright for a drone. I don't think you'd have seen a drone that bright.
Yeah, and also, it would have been great, for a drone to go up and capture that electrical activity. It would have made for a great bit of film. But there's always the chance of your, 1,000-pound drone getting fried up there. So, you said it didn't look like a drone. It didn't look like ball lightning, because ball lightning wouldn't exhibit those characteristics of moving. Let's say you saw it in the real world, it might have moved 500 yards to the right and then 500 yards to the left, and then it disappeared and came back and things like that. So yeah.
Nick says sorry, he was testing his new spotlight.
Oh, was he?
Leona says there was a lightning strike in County Clare that killed 9 cows.
Whoa.
Oh. And Kai says, are you sure it wasn't the SpaceX satellites? Well,
no, it was below the cloud.
Yeah, and it was there, and then it went to my right, and then it came back, and then it went to the left. So I would have thought if it was a satellite, it would have just gone.
Well, can we just lay this to rest straight away? It was thunderclouds everywhere. Sorry, lightning clouds everywhere. What you saw was, at helicopter, light aircraft height, and below the cloud level, which was probably low-ish with the storm clouds.
Well, I'll tell you what, we could I did have that app on my phone excuse me, about the satellites and the SpaceX, because it will tell you when you could see them. So it was
way too low. Don't even bother.
13 notifications.
I'm telling you, it's not a satellite. What you saw was at an altitude of a few thousand feet under the cloud base, not 250 miles up or whatever the orbit height of the SpaceX ones are. But no, way. I mean, you're talking. It was in.
Yeah, it was quite low.
You're only talking. It was only a few thousand feet high.
Nick says, I guess that town is sorted for burgers now then. And Leona says, flame grilled.
Yeah.
Kai says, have you checked Google for other local sightings? I did have a quick look. I need to have a proper look. But I didn't see anything when I had a quick look the other night. But I didn't. It was very quick. It wasn't very thorough. But yeah, it was just amazing because I've been watching it, but I'd not seen anything. It was only really when you did that video that I saw it at the end. But yeah.
Yeah, because you were describing what was happening
I
to
did
me.
think, though, that it was quite odd that the lightning was like that and there was no thunder.
Mm.
And it was sort of, that was also moving. It stayed in one spot for a long time, and then it moved over to the right, and you could see it gradually moving. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how lightning works, but I've never seen lightning like that before. It was just like sort of flashes of light, sort of blankets of light, really.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, anyway, we got it on film, didn't we? So, yeah, it's... and I did upload the film to Instagram and TikTok.
Yeah, but you've only got a tiny bit.
But if people look... you said it does make an appearance on that video,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
only briefly.
Yeah.
Because, obviously, it's been cropped a bit, hasn't it?
Well, I think it's over 1 minute, so it's actually chopped the end off, which is the critical bit.
Right, but you said it is visible. So if you go on my Instagram and then go to the video Summer Lightning, and then you said it was about 40 odd seconds in.
Yeah.
Look carefully and you should see a dot appear.
Mm.
So on the full length version that I've got on my phone and Nicola's got, you see it more than you will see it on that Instagram. Because it was a TikTok first. I shared it from TikTok to Instagram, so you're only allowed, like say, a minute on TikTok. So we probably, cut off a bit of this UFO.
Yeah.
And that's what it was, an unidentified flying object.
Yeah.
You know, we don't know what it was.
Kai says War of the Worlds.
Yeah, love it.
Tommy Dunn says sheet lightning.
Sheet lightning just flashes like that, you know, not forked. Yeah, we know what sheet lightning is. But,
I've just never seen it like that before.
Yeah, the interesting part for me is this thing that, let's call it an orb for now.
Yeah.
But was it spherical, would you say?
Yeah, it was round.
It was a spherical object that appeared on the video. So, have a look, people, on Instagram and let us know what you think. Just bear in mind that you're only going to see it for the briefest.
Yeah, it's only very brief at the end. Midnight Joker's just joined us. Debbie says, one day last week, weather on local news, there was some strange pics of clouds over Scarborough Way. I'd never seen clouds like that. Midnight Joker said ball lightning.
Yeah, ball lightning. Yeah.
It literally was a tiny dot though.
I've seen ball lightning and it travelled, when I saw it, it travelled in one direction. I know the stories of ball lightning, you know, traveling down and entering people's habitats and things. It could have been ball lightning.
It was just so small. Let me just see if I can get it up here. Turn the sound down. So I mean, for a lot of it, it's just a black screen. And I don't know if you'll be able to see any of this. It's not. Oh, you're just getting a reflection.
Shall I turn the light off?
Yeah. Do you see there's a bit of a flash then? It's sort of just very tiny flashes, really.
Yeah, so that's the lightning.
Yeah.
And then
that's a bigger flash.
And then you say about 40 seconds in.
Right, you see that dot then.
See, with the ball lightning that I saw, it was around for a long time. It didn't phase in and out like you've described it.
Yeah, there's a dot again. It's only, I mean, I don't know where I'm up to with this now because I can't see whether it's finished or not. But
is that the proper video, the one that I filmed?
Yeah.
So they see. So anyway, check it out. Let us know what you think. It's exciting. I love this sort of stuff. But yeah, in the Steven Spielberg War of the Worlds, which came out in 2005, so I have seen it. It came out before I went blind.
Well, it's about,
you know, the storm clouds and the lightning in that. Yeah, you sort of get that feeling from what Nicola described. It was like that.
It's just sort of, it's like it's blinking for a bit,
Mm.
and then it disappears, and then it comes back.
Mm.
I don't know.
The ball lightning that I saw, it was there and it travelled.
Anyway, I like to think it's a UFO.
Yeah, well, I do.
Ball lightning comes as low as house level as well. Could be a ghost, says Nathan.
Yeah.
Seen ball lightning blow the side of a house off once. There was a transformer on the side of the house.
Yeah.
The way this year's going, it's probably the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Keep the light back on,
Oh,
please.
sorry.
It's sort of, we're a bit dark now. Thank you. Yeah.
You're not kidding. We're a bit dark. Oh, yeah. So yeah, that was fascinating. So yeah, obviously Nicola's just shown you the original clip, so you do know that that was classified. So we need one of the Men in Black.
Classified, but it's all on YouTube.
Yeah. Need one of the Men in Black.
Have you seen the close-up videos of the moon with flying objects? That's Wayne the Woodturner.
Well, we on Wayne, I could talk to you about this stuff for weeks. Now, this we're sort of like getting to the end, I'm guessing, of our time tonight.
25
We'll talk more about it next week. If we want to do a proper discussion about UFOs, I'm going to mention I follow a guy called Dr. Stephen Gray, and he, in my opinion, he's doing more work for the good of humanity. He was a medical doctor from America. Now he heads up the Disclosure Project and Sirius Disclosure. He's got two of the best, the most successful ever crowdfunded DVDs on Netflix, I think. Unacknowledged and Sirius. Now we have he trains people doing Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, which is you initiate the contact. Now there are protocols, and it involves asking extraterrestrials and aliens to come and visit, and it involves a bit of meditation. Charlie and I have done it, and we've had great results and had phenomena contact us, aerial phenomena. And then we did it one night, didn't we, Nicola? And
I saw a blue flash.
Yeah, a blue flash, just a single blue flashing light. I was there meditating and asking for them to make contact. A blue flash appeared in the sky, and Charlie and Nicola both saw it at the same time. So I could talk for hours about extraterrestrials and trans-dimensional beings. But check out Dr. Stephen Gray, and he's the guy that has got hundreds and hundreds of former pilots, military officials, Civil Aviation Authority officials, and they've all testified. Check out his stuff on Instagram and on YouTube. Dr. Stephen with a V, Gray, Greer, and yeah, you can, using some very simple techniques, instigate contact with extraterrestrials and aliens. And now you're all thinking he has finally lost the plot, but I couldn't be more serious about anything. It's amazing. So and the fact that the former Defence Secretary of Canada, Paul Hellyer, says he'd seen recovered alien vehicles in secret facilities. He passed away a couple of years ago, Mr. Hellyer. But yeah, check out the videos. If you believe in UFOs, check out Dr. Gray's stuff. So it's Greer, Dr. Stephen Gray, the Disclosure Project, Sirius, and CE5. And if you're a true believer, you can make contact. So give it a go. You will be amazed.
Well, we listened to a program the other night, didn't we? That was good.
Well, that was Mark McClandish, and he's a conceptual artist, and he's drawn and done exploded diagrams of reverse engineered alien spacecraft. But there's, you know, the one of the aliens they have at one of the facilities, J-Rod. It's all mind warping, mind expanding stuff. And yeah, I urge you to check all that stuff out. Disclosure Project, Sirius, and CE5, Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, Dr. Stephen Greer. So we're gonna get out of here now.
The chat's gone quiet now.
Yeah. Everyone's going, oh my God. But yeah, check it out. Well, everyone's left now to check out Dr. Stephen Greer. But yeah, he's not a kook, former medical doctor, an MD, worked in a trauma centre, and he heads up now the initiative to let people know the truth about aliens and the fact that they're here and they've been here for a long, long time. And they work alongside a lot of government agencies, but fascinating stuff.
Yeah.
Right, so we're going to go. What are you doing?
He's licking my arm.
Bamba. What are you doing? Want to join the police force? Oh, I won't do that to you.
Well then.
Yes, that was
That's
fascinating.
it then. Yeah.
Yeah, so until next week, and if you want, we can have a better discussion, or, you know, between now and then. Yeah, check out some of that stuff I've just told you, and we can talk about it. I could talk about it for hours, and ghosts and spirits and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, because I'm a free-thinking, closeted goth. Yeah.
Debbie says, I've just found him on Instagram. SK Crafts has just arrived. I'm sorry, Steve.
Yeah.
We're just finishing.
Yeah, sorry. But yeah, we were just getting into a discussion there, Steve, about the UFO thing. And we will revisit that if you want to next week. So, what?
Mark says, nice one, guys. Thanks for that. Backs away slowly.
Yeah.
Leona
So-
says, thanks, guys. Very enjoyable evening. Hi,
Yeah.
goodbye, lol. Late as always.
Yeah.
Wayne Bigfoot, another great evening. Steve Ellis, bye, Chris and Nicola. Have a good week. Hope you get hold of some blanks.
Yeah, we'll go. So I need to get some bowl blanks and things. So
yeah.
thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
It's been an absolute hoot again. We really do enjoy this little soiree.
SK Crash says he loves UFO info.
Yeah, check it out, Steve. Dr. Stephen Greer, CE5 initiative. Take on board the protocols and make contact yourself. We've done it, and it's amazing. Even though I've not seen it, Charlie said, well, yeah, there's something moved in, and, you know, we've had phenomena, and Nicola's seen it anyway. We have requested contact, and it has happened. You have to be open-minded, a free thinker, and just, follow the advice of Dr. Stephen Greer. Check out the videos of him and his teams doing vigils in the Arizona desert and calling UFOs in and things like that. It is mind-blowing. Absolute mind-blowing. All right, folks.
Right then.
Yeah.
Have a good evening. Have a great week. We'll be back on Sunday with the Blind Wood Turner.
Yeah, and I'm just going to check out now by saying, keep watching the skies, folks.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.